Hey, what's up you guys? The Curious Owl here, and so tonight is the night that I am challenging my friend Becca over at BookwormBecca to a 24-hour readathon challenge. So we are going to be going for 24 hours straight of reading, or as close to it as we can get, and basically see who can get the most amount of pages read in 24 hours. So I actually, I guess I didn't make it clear to her when I asked her about this, because she thought that this was going on tomorrow, and no, it was going on tonight. But because I know she has to work tomorrow, I did tell her that she could actually do hers starting tomorrow night, and I would just have to let her know how many pages I got to so that she could create her video and try to beat me. But I've got some pretty lengthy books in mind, and I've got a couple of other ways that I'm going to be able to get pages in. So I think that they pretty much count, because it's really just trying to read anything and everything you can in the span of 24 hours. There's not really, to my knowledge, there's not really anything that's not up for grabs. So I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown. If you guys didn't watch my September TBR video, that basically went over everything that I was going to be reading over the course of the 24-hour readathon, as well as one other book that I was able to read. You guys can see I'm watching The Sims in the background. It's Fantasia's video. Hey, Rachel! But yeah, so I have on the floor here, because I had to take a Bookstagram picture earlier. So I've got 7 books that I'm going to plan to read that I want to try to get through, but I can't guarantee I'm going to get through all of them. My hope is to at least get through at least 4 at minimum, but it's going to be kind of hard because I do have to go to work tomorrow morning, and I have to go to a event in this little flower botanical area on campus, and I have to go to a meeting. I have to go to a professor's class so that I can talk to her students about being in a scene for my directing class. So anyway, basically though, the first book I'm planning on reading is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I planned on reading this actually earlier in the month, but I figured it would just be better to try to get through this during the 24-hour readathon, and I got through probably like 10 pages of it, but I think I'm just going to start over because I just feel like it would just be better for me to start over completely. Then after that, I am going to be going through The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, which is a mystery story that I've heard so many good things about, and I really want to try to get through it. Then there is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, which is a kind of a retelling of the story of Dorothy in terms of The Wizard of Oz, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Then I have the 3 of the books from the Divergent series. I have Insurgent, Allegiant, and 4 that I'm planning on reading. My hope is that I will at least get through Insurgent as at a minimum. Hopefully though I can get through the other 2 books, Allegiant and 4, but it'll kind of just depend on how I'm able to get through my reading process. And then finally, the last book, probably I'm not going to be able to get to this one, and I'll have to save it, or if I do get to it, I probably won't finish it, but it is Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins, because it's been a long time since I've picked up the Hunger Games series, and I really want to try to get back into that. So yeah, those are the books I'm planning on reading. It is currently almost midnight. It's like 11:53, I think, or something like that. So I did want to kind of sit and talk with you guys for a few minutes beforehand. I've got some snacks. I have 2 cans of Rockstar that I'm drinking one right now. I've only been sipping on it, but I had a lot of caffeine earlier today, so I'm hoping I'm not going to fall asleep, because there's a lot of people who actually do this kind of a challenge and they actually fall asleep. Like, they actually take some time to sleep overnight, but I really don't want to, because I really want to try to get through as many books as I can. So I'm not going to sleep at all tonight, and then at 7:27 in the morning, so basically sunrise here, basically there is a event going on in the little botanical garden, like I said, and it is basically reading Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, because September 22nd is the 150th anniversary of Leaves of Grass, and it is the 10th annual Walt Whitman reading of Leaves of Grass here on my campus, and my poetry professor is basically running it, and he has invited all of us to come out, and we are actually going to be able to read some of his pieces. So I will be able to read some of the pieces he's written in Leaves of Grass, which will also count for my reading, which will be really nice. It won't count for like a completed book, but I feel like it's still important because it's a collection of like poetry and stories, I think, that he wrote. So that still counts for something. And then on top of that, I have to go to work from 9 to noon, and so that means I will get to be reading papers, hopefully, so that still counts for something. It's usually more nonfiction based, but that's okay because it's actually working with students on their papers, so that is more than likely going to be my reading experience, maybe, depending on if it's more revision based. I don't really know. I'll have to kind of see when I go into work. I may not end up working with anyone at all and just be able to sit and read for 3 hours. That's always a possibility. And then, like I said, I have to go to my directing professor's class about noon and talk with her class about getting 2 people to be in a scene that I am directing for the directing class that I have her in. So, long-winded things short, basically I am just kind of chilling out right now. I've basically didn't do any homework today like I should have, but I've got the rest of the weekend to do most of my homework, and I really just didn't want to do anything and kind of just relax so that I felt energized to get the book reading done. So I have got about probably 4 minutes left until it is midnight, so I am gonna go sit in bed. I am gonna grab my book and I'm gonna put it on my bed, and I'm gonna watch a little bit more of Fantasia's video that I was watching before the actual readathon starts. Okay guys, so it is officially midnight. I know it was just like a second for you guys, but it was only a couple minutes for me. It is officially midnight, so it is time to start the 24-hour readathon challenge between me and Becca. And yeah, so here we go with the unexpected everything first. I'll probably come check in with you guys about 100 pages in, let me know my thoughts about it. Okay, so it's about 1:40 in the morning right now, and I've just gotten to over 100 pages in the unexpected everything. And basically, who exactly made the idea to put my personality into this main character? Literally, she is a type A, and I am a type A, and so a lot of the stuff that she talks about as far as, like, her, like, the fact that she's not able to go on this internship and everything, and freaking out about it, like, that's exactly how I would freak out. And Morgan Madsen, are you a type A person? Is that why you created a type A character? Because she is literally me to the T when it comes to my anxieties and the feeling out of control aspect when things do not go how you plan. So, I don't know, I really like it in a lot of different ways. I like a lot of the different things about Andy, the main character. Her relationship with her friends is really strong. They're such funny characters, and they really bounce well off of each other. And then the relationship with her dad is really distant, which I like, because in the situation she's in with her dad, it makes sense for it to be incredibly distant because he hasn't really been a part of her life very much. So I like that he's not even really a huge part in the story for a good part of it, like except for the very beginning and for the part I just read. He's just kind of not even really there. He's not very much present in her life, which I'm gonna expect that over the course of the book, though, the relationship's going to pick up, but I am only, like, maybe, I'm not even a quarter of the way through the book, so I've still got a long ways to go, but I am going to take a quick break and change up my seating and open up a box of Triscuits, because I am starving, and I got them in a care package from my mom, because she loves me, and she knows I love Triscuits, so I'm going to open those up, probably just sit for a second, and just scroll through Twitter just a little bit, just to kind of just relax for a second, and then I'm going to get back to reading as soon as I can. But yeah, I'm hoping to get this book, since it took me about an hour and 40 minutes to get through the first just over 100 pages, like 105 pages. I'm going to expect to have finished this book, which is actually, I don't even know how many pages is in this book alone. The actual story is 519 pages, but there's a lot of bonus content, which I may read, so I'll have to figure out how many pages that is after I finish it. But if it's going to be like a 500 and close to 50 page book, it's probably going to take me until at least maybe almost 6 a.m. to finish the book, even if I kept, like, going and I didn't stop. But we'll kind of see how that goes. I probably will get this done before I have to go to the reading event for Walt Whitman, which that's at like 7:27, so we'll kind of see. I don't really know exactly how that's going to go, but I'll figure it out. But right now, I'm going to open up my box of Triscuits and eat a little bit and take a bit of a break, and then I will get back to reading more of this book. Okay, got my snack, got my drink, got my book, took a break, now let's get back to reading. Okay, so it is 7:30 in
Fire it up, that party lighting. Make the room fill up with lightning. On the dance floor, no more hiding. Everybody get excited. Yeah, we want more. This party's poppin'. Show us your best move. Everyone's watching. It's so electric. Keeps us united. Yeah, you better get excited. Don't let go of this feeling. This is real. We're not dreaming. Keeps us all united. Everybody better get excited. Here we go again, nobody's slowing down. Watching the room fill from all around. Lost in the moment, lost in the fun sound. Reach for the ceiling, then touch the ground. Let's turn it up, that party power. Setting off a glitter shower. Make it rain, rainbow confetti. DJ drop it and keep it heavy. Yeah, we want more. This party's poppin'. Show us your best move. Everyone's watching. It's so electric. Keeps us united. Yeah, you better get excited. Don't let go of this feeling. This is real. We're not dreaming. Keeps us all united. Everybody better get excited. Spinning in another world, orbiting my boys and girls. Yeah, we want more. This party's poppin'. Show us your best move. Everyone's watching. It's so electric. Keeps us united. Yeah, you better get excited. Don't let go of this feeling. This is real. We're not dreaming. Keeps us all united. Everybody better get excited.
Okay guys, so It is about 3:30 in the morning now. I just took a quick pee break, so I figured I'd give you guys another update as to how far I am. I am about 230 pages into The Unexpected Everything, and I'm a little less than halfway through, which is really good. So I think that I'm definitely going to be finishing this probably around 6 a.m., maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. It's just a really long book. It's, like I said, like over probably 550 pages in total. So at least if I get done with this, then I'll have a really good like amount, and then it'll just be, I think if I go at the speed I've been going so far, then I should be able to get through The Girl on the Train hopefully like sometime in the afternoon if I don't have to worry about too much work at work this morning. And then hopefully by the end of the day I'll at least get through part of Insurgent, maybe. Like, I might be just finishing up with Dorothy Must Die and then getting into Insurgent before the readathon is over. That's just kind of my guess as to exactly how far I'm going to get, and that's kind of what I expected. And if I get to, like, actually being an Insurgent and I don't finish it, I'm going to finish it after, like, you know, I'm gonna finish reading it until it's done, and then the rest of the books, which are Allegiant 4 and Catching Fire, I'm gonna save for the October 24-hour readathon I am doing. Because as you guys know, I'm actually planning on doing this once a month towards the end of the month. That way I can try to get through as many books on my TBR list as fast as I can. As just, you know, I feel like that's gonna be a better way to do it than trying to just sit every day and read a bunch when I have an incredibly busy schedule. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, I just took a pee break because I was like 3:30, I really need to pee. I'm almost done with this first can of Rockstar. Like, it's got like that much left of it where my thumbnail is. So I think I'll be finishing this up pretty soon, and then I might not drink one for about an hour or so. That way I don't like overshock myself. And then I think I might get a coffee before I go to work, because I'm gonna need one most likely. It'll just depend on how much of my Rockstar I have left that I will be drinking, or at least I'll get a coffee after I have my meeting. I don't know, we'll kind of see how that goes. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading this one because I really want to try to get this done at least before I go to the Walt Whitman reading this morning. I really want to try to get this done before that, so that I can go there, get those pages read with my professor, and then start The Girl on the Train at work, hopefully, if I don't have any appointments at the writing center. Because some days we don't, it just kind of depends, but we've actually been having a lot of people come in so far, and it's only like the 4th week in the semester, so it's really weird. Like, we don't normally have a lot of people that come in this early, but projects are starting, papers are starting, so it's just gonna be how it is. So hopefully I won't have anybody though that early on a Friday morning, but we'll kind of see. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to actually reading this, and yeah, it's getting really good. It's getting really good. Like, I really can see how a lot of people enjoyed this book, and I think actually Becca read this one. It's a different cover than the one she had, but the back is the same. So I think she read this and she said she really liked it. So I'm glad that I'm actually ending up really liking it too, because it's definitely taking turns I did not expect for this main character, and it's just turning out really good. I think I'm gonna have some really good stuff to talk about in the reviews. Okay, current update. It is 10 to 6 in the morning, and I am on page 401, and according to Goodreads, that means I'm 77% done with The Unexpected Everything. Holy crap, this book, oh my god, I'm in love with this book. I love it so much. I don't want to say too much about it, though, because it's like, there's so much that goes into it that I would need to talk about, but I want to save it for the review, because I'm just going to say now, this is probably one of my most favorite contemporary YAs I've read in a long time, because I don't know, even the supporting characters in the entire story are so freaking funny. They are so good. I cannot even believe how amazing this book is. So I think I'm definitely going to end up reading more of Morgan Matson's work. I think I have another one of her books in my long TBR list. Not that I'm reading for this 24-hour readathon, but in the future I have at least one more book by her, and I'm very excited to read it now because this book is just amazing. And you guys can probably you probably can't tell with the huge smile on my face, but this is so freaking good. If you haven't read The Unexpected Everything, you need to pick it up because it's going to make you laugh so much. It'll make you kind of have some feels. You're going to do some major shipping, and it's just so freaking good. I don't know how else to explain it, but anyway, yeah. So it's almost 6 a.m. right now, and it's still dark out, I think, because sunrise isn't until like 7:27 this morning. So I've still got a little over an hour and a half before that Walt Whitman thing. So I'm gonna try to, I think I might be able to finish this by the time I leave, because I only have like another 150 some pages, I think. So I think I'll be able to finish it by the time I either get to, before I leave for the Walt Whitman thing, or I will be able to finish it while I am at work if I get the chance to. Yeah, I'm really thinking that today I might get through at least Dorothy Must Die, but part of Insurgent. It'll just depend on, timing wise. I will be able to read quite a bit though once I get out of work today, or once I get done with my meeting. So, and then it's just basically trying to pack up my stuff because I am going home this weekend. So then there's an extra hour and 15 minutes that I will be able to account for on the ride home. That is, provided I don't talk to my mother the entire ride, which is inevitable because I want to tell her all about my week and everything that happened. She wants to tell me all about the stuff that's been going on with her. And actually a lot of good stuff has been happening to her in the last couple of weeks, which is very good news. It's basically not a career change, but a job change. She basically is being able to go to she works is a school social worker and is working in fairly not poor school district, but poor in terms of social work compensation. Basically, like, she doesn't get paid nearly enough as she should for the amount of experience she has and the amount of work she does in the district. But she recently was offered a job in another district that is paying her so much more, that pretty much more, I think, about the amount of money she should have been getting paid 2 years ago for all the experience that she has now. So it's really good news, and so I'm sure she's going to be talking to me all about it, how excited she is. And so I may have to not read during that ride, but we'll kind of see. We'll see how it is, but I'm excited. This has been going so well so far, and I'm not even like really tired right now, which is weird. I have been yawning a couple of times, and I've been starting to get like white spots like when I blink, which is telling me that I'm starting to get sleepy. But I know I'm going to take my Rockstar with me to the Walt Whitman thing, because I'm going to have to go right to work after that, after I'm there for a little bit, because I have to work at 9, so I'm going to be there for probably like just over an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or so, and it's a very quick jaunt back to the library. It's like the garden's like right next to the library where we're going to be, so it's just a hop, skip, and a jump in there. And then I'm going to work for 3 hours, go to the meeting at my directing professor's class, and then basically come back here, get my stuff packed up so that it's ready but for 4:30 when my mom's supposed to be here, and then just sit and read. And I think I may try to record something though. I might just leave it because it's not going to be going up until later in the week, so I may just have to schedule that to be recorded later on in the week, which will be fine. It won't be that big of a deal. I don't know, logistical stuff you guys don't really care about, but yeah, so like I said, 401 pages in, 150 some left, and I've got just over an hour and a half before the Walt Whitman thing, so I'm gonna try to get through it. We'll see how it goes though. But yeah, and that's if I read the bonus content, which I probably won't, not at least like right now. I probably will read it later just so I can see what else is incorporated, but the real story is like almost 520 pages, so I think I'll be able to get it done before I leave, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna shut up for right now, and I'm gonna go back and continue this, because I need to figure out what goes on, because I just got to a point where a total, like, event happens that shocked me. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? I need to figure out more. Ah! Okay guys, it is now 10 after 7 in the morning, and I have finished The Unexpected Everything, the first book in my 24-hour readathon. I finished, and I am so happy and sad, and I don't know how to feel exactly. There's so many emotions. Like, the last 75 pages of this book were so heart-wrenching, and just all these things happened I wasn't expecting, and I just don't know how to feel. Like, but okay, so now I need to quickly get ready because the sunrise is coming up in less than 20 minutes, and I need to get to the garden area to start hanging out with my professor for the next hour. I still feel super great. I feel like I haven't been reading for that long, honestly. Like, I still have a lot of energy, and I think part of it was because this book was just such a high energy at the very end of it. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, now that that's done, that is one book complete in my list. So now the next book I will be reading, hopefully during work, is going to be The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. A much different paced novel. This one's supposed to be much more of a mystery thriller novel, and it's supposed to have a lot of psychological things going on in it, because if you watch the movie with, what was her name, Emily Blunt, I think, it looks really creepy from the trailers, and so I'm a little scared because it's supposed to be really creepy, but I'm really excited at the same time because I heard it was so freaking good. So yeah, but I'm gonna go get changed because I need to get out of my pajamas, and I need to get into something a little bit nicer so that I can wear to work. And yeah, and then I basically need to get my stuff and go. I need to take a rock star with me so that I make sure I don't crash during work, because I know if I'm sitting idle at work, I will crash. So, but as of right now, my page count is at 519. Hold on, let me check that real quick. Yeah, 519 pages. So Editing Gabby, you can place that right down there on the bottom. So yeah, and then I will be probably reading some things from Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, because we are going to have several copies and we're going to be able to read pieces, and there's not going to be many of us at the crack of dawn. So, but yeah, but I gotta go get changed, so I will see you guys when I am at the garden.
Go ahead, start reading. Screw it, we'll film later.
Okay, so I just left the reading for Walt Whitman. I got through 32 pages with the group, so that's really cool. So make sure, Editing Gabby, you add the Unexpected Everything pages to that, and then I'm heading off to work now. I'm actually going to be pretty early, but I'd rather be early now by like 20 minutes than not. So it's just going to be kind of one of those days. I've got my second Rockstar opened up, so that should help me get through the rest of the day, because I was starting to feel sleepy when I was sitting there. But yeah, so I'm going to go into work, and hopefully I'll be able to get some reading done if there's not really many appointments. Okay guys, so I am back in my dorm now, and holy mother freaking God, it is hot outside. Right now it is like probably, I think, almost 90 degrees out here, and in Michigan that is very unlikely weather for September going into October. So we're all kind of pissed at that, and tomorrow it's only going to get worse. It's going to be like 95 degrees out, and I'm going to die. I am actually going to die. I am sweating buckets, and yeah, so I'm shaking a lot because I'm trying to take my shoe off, but I basically had work. I wasn't able to read too much at work, but I think I was able to get a little bit into the story of The Girl on the Train. Not really a lot, though. And then I had to go, like I said, to that director, to the meeting with my directing professor so I could talk to her students about being in my show, and I got a lot of people that actually, or not my show, my scene, and I got a lot of people that actually wanted to be a part of it, so that's good. Now I just need to figure out when and where I'm going to host the auditions for both of those scenes. And so, yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that's going to go, because I think I'm going to audition both at the same time. No, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to really work out. But anyway, so Yeah, right now I basically have to wait until my mom comes to get me because I don't really have anything else to do today. I've already worked. I went to the poetry reading, and I don't really have much else to do. So I think I'm gonna sit here and read The Girl on the Train for a while. And before that, though, I'm gonna quickly pack up some of my stuff because I do need to make sure that I am ready and packed, excuse me, before I leave. Because my mom's gonna be here around 3:15 or so, and it's like almost, I'm gonna say it's like 12:30 right now, so I've still got a little bit of time, but I need to make sure my stuff is packed and ready to go, and I need to make sure I have everything that I need to take with me for homework and stuff and like that. So as far as my energy level, I honestly don't feel tired. Like, I've yawned a couple of times over the course of the day, but I honestly have not felt tired. Like, I mean, when I was in work and I had a little bit of downtime, I tried to read, but then I got stuck with having to do some other stuff while I didn't have an appointment. And so when I was trying to read, though, I felt like I was starting to fall asleep, but I don't know, I feel fine now, and I think I'm going to actually honestly be fine for the rest of the day for the most part. I think, though, once it gets to the evening, though, I'm going to have to really push off reading because I'm going to be ending up spending time with Robert tonight, which was totally unplanned. But he texted me and he asked if I would want to have him come pick me up from home and go hang out with him. So I gotta see my bae because I don't see him often anymore. He goes to a different school now, and so I'm not gonna be able to see him as often. So I'm gonna get any chance I can with him. So that's gonna account for some lost time, which I'm sure many of you understand. You know, want to spend time with your boyfriend, and so my hope, though, is that I will at least, because of that, I hope I will at least get through Dorothy Must Die, and maybe start Insurgent. I think that was my idea of what was going to happen anyway, was I was going to only be able to get through Dorothy Must Die and then Insurgent a little bit, but then I'd have to, like, finish that one later and then read Allegiant 4 and Catching Fire in the October 24-hour readathon. But yeah, so I'm feeling good. I'm really sweaty, though. I'm going to turn my fan on, but I didn't want to turn it on right now because it is obnoxiously loud and would go over the audio for my recording. So I just want to sit and read. That's all I want to do. But first I'm going to go pack up my stuff, and then I'm going to go sit and read. And I'm going to be sweating the entire time because it is fucking hot as balls right now. It's not fun, and it's not going to change, but at least not for this weekend, and then it's gonna like dip to like 60s again, and it's gonna cause me a huge pressure headache. So yay, fun times. But anyway, so I'm gonna go pack up my stuff so that it's ready to take home with me, and then I'm gonna sit and do some reading. So I will most likely actually probably make an update once I am on the road with my mom, because I will probably have read quite a bit of The Girl on the Train before I go and leave. So I'll let you guys know how far I get as far as that point, and then I should be able to read on the way home, provided my mother and I don't sit and gab the whole time. But there's no guarantee because my mother and I are very chatty people, especially with each other. Remember how I said I wasn't going to lay down and sleep? I crashed hard. I crashed really hard for like 3 hours. I have no idea what happened. I literally just lay down just to read. Just got nice and comfy. Wasn't tired. Head hits pillow. I'm gone. So, that accounts for 3 hours of my time not awake and sleeping, but that's okay. Just, my body finally just kind of gave up. It had been up for over 24 hours, so that's okay. I needed the rest, so I feel better now. My mom's gonna be here in like 10 minutes to help me get my stuff in the car, and we're gonna be heading home, so I'll be able to get some reading done in the car, which will be fine. So, yeah, but I didn't expect to just fall asleep. I really didn't. I honestly did not think I was going to. I was fine. Like, I felt fine, but I guess that's what happens. But I feel fine now, like I said, so I don't feel like I'm woozy or, you know. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna I don't know. I feel like I might be able to get through Dorothy Must Die, and that might be it, because just don't think I'm going to be able to get through it, which is going to be weird because I really thought I was going to get at least through a good part of Insurgent. Not thinking so, but that's okay. Um, at least I'll get through a good chunk of The Girl on the Train on the way home. Hopefully read a little bit of, quite a bit more of it when I get home. And then I want to be able to go see Robert. He wanted to come see me tonight, so I really want to make sure I see him because I miss him and I haven't seen him in like a week. So, but then other than that, it's just reading whatever I have left. So, anyway, I'm gonna go and get my stuff finished up, packed, and everything. I'm gonna text Robert and tell him that I'm just waiting on Mom, and then yeah, so I will see you guys when I am home. Okay guys, so I am actually home. I've been home for quite a while, but since I got home at like 5:45 or so, it's been kind of crazy. I had to start doing some stuff around just normal like personal stuff, looking at internships and stuff, because I'm kind of stressing out about that. So I haven't had exactly enough time to read, and as I told you guys earlier, I napped for 3 hours, which was completely unexpected. But I am 52 pages into The Girl on the Train, which puts me at about 603 pages total for the day. So far at least, and it is almost 7:40 right now, so I still got a little more than 4 hours until, well, 5 hours actually, um, until midnight, so I can probably get through this book, and then I probably will get through a good part of Dorothy Must Die. I don't know though, because Robert is supposed to come over, or I'm supposed to go to his house tonight, so I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this one. But 603 pages is not that bad, considering the first book was like over 500 pages. That's actually really good. And then, then going to read Leaves of Grass was really awesome. That got me some extra pages that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise, which was really helpful. And I could have counted the paper that I had to read uh, for an appointment today, but I feel like that's kind of cheating, just because it's like a school paper and I don't want to put that in there. But yeah, so I'm still trying to work through this one. It's kind of hard to get through though. Like, it's very slow paced even in the first 50 pages, and I just don't know how exactly I feel about it. Just It's not one of my favorites as of now, but like I said, I've only just started it, and it's like 400 pages, so if I can at least get this done tonight before midnight, I'll be happy, but I'm definitely not going to even be able to touch Insurgent tonight, so more than likely Dorothy Must Die, Insurgent, Allegiant, 4, and the Hunger Games, the Hunger Games Catching Fire will have to all be pushed to next month's 24-hour readathon, which should be fine. Just today, for some reason, has been like a crazy amount of random stuff happening that has impaired me from being able to read. I don't know, I fell asleep, and then I talked to my mom literally the entire way home, as I had thought would happen, because that always happens, especially after I haven't been home for a while. We catch up in the hour and 15-minute drive that it takes from campus to home. And then I sat down for probably a good half hour looking at internships and talking it over with my mom, because I've been trying to like figure some stuff out for next semester and next summer, if I was to get an internship and stuff like that. So it's just been crazy. But I'm actually pretty happy that I even got past 600 pages. And maybe if I'm lucky tonight, I'll get to 1,000 or very close to 1,000. So Becca, you better be ready for yours, I'm just going to say. But her video will have been recorded already by the time this is done. And actually, as I record this, she and I have been messaging back and forth, and she's like, oh, 603 pages, that's like actually really good, like for during the day. So, and she's a preschool teacher, so she knows it's kind of hard to find the time to read sometimes. So, but anyway, I'm going to sit here and read some more of this book, at least until Robert gets here. I don't even know exactly what we're doing, if he's going to hang out here, if I'm going to his house. And yeah, so I do plan on staying up till midnight. I think my 3-hour nap I had earlier has definitely brought my energy back up, because I was up for 27 hours essentially, and my body is not used to that, so it does not surprise me that I did end up crashing at some point, because it was literally, I went to sit down in bed just to read some of this when I got back to my dorm after work and after the meeting I had with my directing professor. And as soon as I laid down and started to read, my eyes just shut off and I was out, and I slept for 3 hours, and I didn't expect to do that, but I'm actually kind of glad I did, just because I feel like it did definitely help myself. So maybe in the future I will try to take like a break to sleep for maybe an hour or two, just to kind of recharge my system a little bit. I feel like that might be pretty beneficial, especially if I've been up since 9 a.m. the previous morning. And I don't think I slept very well the night before either, so that probably didn't help at all. But anyway, enough chit chat for me. I'm gonna go finish. I'm gonna continue to read this. I'm gonna try to get to 100 pages before Robert gets here, because he should have left his campus by now, so he won't be here until probably like 7:15, or 8:15, I mean. So, or something along those lines. So hopefully can get to 100 pages before he gets here, and that way I'll get at least through a good quarter of the book. But we will see. Okay guys, so it's about midnight right now. It's like 11:58. I'm in my sister's room because she just got home, and so we've been sitting and visiting, and I pretty much have just decided that it's going to be the end of this because, as you guys can tell, I'm exhausted. I've basically been running on 3 hours of sleep in the last 2 days on pure adrenaline, sheer willpower, and energy drinks. So basically, to recap, I did finish The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson, which was 519 pages. Then I went to the Walt Whitman poetry reading on campus, which I read 32 pages from. Then I got through 116 pages of The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the goal that I wanted to, which was ultimately 7 books, but that's because, unfortunately, a lot of things kind of happened all of a sudden that I wasn't expecting, and that was a pretty high goal anyway, so then it kind of was lowered to at least getting to Insurgent. I didn't even get to Dorothy Must Die, so it's just been a crazy day. So what I plan on doing is, so the total, by the way, is 667 pages. So that is what Becca has to be able to beat in order to win our challenge, which you guys may see her video probably like the day or two after this one goes up. I don't know exactly how long after she's recorded it she's going to put it up, but that is the total that I have reached for this, my first 24-hour readathon challenge, which I think is really good considering the first book I read was 519 pages by itself. So that's an amazing feat in itself, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I got through one whole book, read a bunch of poems, and got through a quarter of another one, so I can't really ask for more. So basically, in terms of how the book reviews are going to go, I'm only going to review the Unexpected Everything, and then I will be finishing this one sometime soon and having this review up once I have it done, and it'll go usually on my regularly scheduled book review days. Then in the next 24-hour readathon, which will be at the end of October, I think I have it set up for the last Friday of October, I will be starting with Dorothy Must Die and trying to get through as many books after that. So it will include Dorothy Must Die, Insurgent, Allegiant, for Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and whatever else I find that I want to continue to try to get through. But anyway, so that's kind of just a little recap of things. So yeah, be sure to expect the book reviews for those coming out on my regularly scheduled book reviews on the days, and then this video should be going up on Sunday. Hopefully, I should be able to get this edited while I am home, just using my laptop, and so I can get it uploaded for you guys to see. And yeah, and then we'll be resuming to our regularly scheduled programming, so that will be fun. And actually, yeah, now it's 12:01, so the challenge is officially over. I am excited to see if Becca does end up beating me in this, because I know that it was a lot for me, but I know she's done this before, so we'll see. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this 24-hour readathon challenge. If you want to partake in it, feel free to, but only do so if you are able to. Do not force yourself to stay up 24 hours if you are not able to, if you have school or have something else going on that you require sleep for. I fortunately only had to work for a few hours and do a couple of things, so I was able to afford to lose sleep, and so just make sure that you do it within your own limits. And if you do need to sleep at all during the challenge, you are totally free to, because a lot of people end up doing that because they just can't seem to stay up for it all, and that's totally fine. It happens. I ended up passing out, you guys know, for 3 hours today, and I wasn't planning on it, but my body just was done after being up for 27 straight hours, as it was, being up yesterday on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. and then not sleeping at all. So if you do need to sleep during the 24-hour readathon, that's totally fine. It's not against the rules. You basically just have to try to read as many pages as you can in that 24-hour period. So if you guys are interested in doing it, please feel free to do it. It's really fun. It's really cool. It's a good way to get a lot of books off your TBR list, and you can incorporate challenges as well involved in it about different kinds of books or authors that you want to read from, things of that nature. So yeah, and like I said, the next one will be in October. I will be doing these once a month towards the end of the month. I will be doing mine on Fridays because those will be easiest for me with my school and work schedule. So yeah, be prepared to see this in about a month again. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I'll see all of you guys in my next video. Say bye, Tori.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.